Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. So inshallah, I want to explain to you something called Min Al-Bayaniya. What is Min Al-Bayaniya? Let me explain to you here. If I said to you, I saw what you have. I said, in English, for example, I said, I saw what you have. Is this clear or is there ambiguity in this? What's the ambiguity? What you have, we don't know. So what you would say, for example, usually, I would say, I saw the pen you have. Yes? So what is very, you say, ambiguous? Yes? So you need to clarify. So in English, you just say, for example, I saw the pen you have. Correct? So similarly, in Arabic, let's say a Quranic ayah. So it says here, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala informs us, وَمَا تُقَدِّمُوا لِأَنفُسِكُمْ قَدَّمَ يُقَدِّمُ to send forth. So whatever you send forth, لِأَنفُسِكُمْ for yourselves, meaning whatever you send forth to the hereafter, whatever good deeds, whatever money, whatever you send forth to the hereafter. Now whenever he says whatever you send forth, let us see this part for now. تَجِدُوهُ عِنْدَ اللَّهِ تَجِدُوهُ عِنْدَ اللَّهِ. This is the jawab. This is the shart. Condition. Whatever you send forth to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, تَجِدُوهُ عِنْدَ اللَّهِ. You will find it by Allah. Correct? Yes? Now, when I say what you send forth, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, what you send forth, what's left in there? Bad, correct. Bad, good. It's a bit ambiguous. So what do you have here? You have something called Min Al-Bayaniya. The Min, sorry, there's a bit of dead spots there. Min Al-Bayaniya. A Min, which does a bayan. Yes, a khatib, not a khatib. A Min, which clarifies. Bayan literally means to make clear. Yes? And bayan in Turkish means woman, lady. Yes? So if you speak in a Turkish person, said, get Urdu bayan today, or Arabic bayan today, you might get confused what you're saying. So bayan in Urdu means lecture and speech. In Turkish, it means a lady. But anyway, I'm just going off track. But yeah. So min khair bayaniya means what you send forth. What you send forth. I.e., so when you translate, don't translate it as what you send forth from good. Yes. Or some people who have studied Urdu don't translate it as jo tum aage bhejoge khair mein se. That's not. You just translate it literally. That's the understanding translation. How do you translate it? You translate it as this. You join it together. And what do you say? Whatever good you send forth. You join the min bayaniya with ma. And this usually comes after what? Ma mawsula. It usually comes after ma mawsula. So whatever good you send forth, tajiduhu indallah, you will find it by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Do you understand? So the concept is, in ma mawsula, keyword is vague. So what do? You have a bayaniya to clarify. Yes, it's min, only with min. It doesn't always have to be ma mawsula. You get other things as well. But usually it's ma mawsula. 90% of the time it's ma mawsula. Comes with min bayaniya. Another example, the Prophet, the dua. Some say the Prophet's dua, some say it's not his dua. That's the hadith discussion. There's a dua, very common. Allahumma inni as'aluka min salihi ma tu'ti nas. Oh Allah, as'aluka, I ask you. Min, this is a proper mean, normal mean. Not proper, but a normal. I ask you from. I ask you. That spot again. I ask you of. Salih, pious or good. I ask you of the good. Ma mawsula, ma tu'tin nas. Of the good, ma is here is which. I ask you of the good. Ma tu'tin nas ata yu'ti ita'an, to give. So I ask you of the good which you give people. What do you give people? So what do you do now here? This ma is vague, is ambiguous. Min is what? Bayaniya. And this clarifies. So therefore you join the ma with the min. And you translate it as, Oh Allah, I ask you of the good, wealth, family and children which you give people. So far, so good? Yes?
Could I read from? I asked you the good that you give people from.
No, this you don't translate this min as from. This is min ibtida'iyya. So you translate the first one as from. The second one is there to clarify the ma. Yeah, so what I'm saying is, if in English or in Urdu or in any language, the bayaniya concept and philosophy uses the word from, that's fine. But it's not the from which we think what? From as in from London to some other place. Please ensure that your cameras are all turned off, please. Okay. Okay. You got it? Are you following? Okay. Right. So far, so good? Yeah, I'll answer the questions at the end. Okay? Because I can't really see them now. Okay? Right. So far, so good? You guys understood? Muhammad, have you understood this? You haven't done this before. Have you understood the concept? Yeah? Any questions? No? Okay. Right. So far, so good. Now, what can happen is you can swap it around. Just for those who are very inquisitive in Arab and Tarkib, this becomes a hal. The mean bayaniya becomes a hal. Okay? I'm not going to go into that now. It's literature focus, not Arab focus at the moment. Let's get the meaning in our minds. Sometimes you can swap it around. You can have the min bayaniya first, then the ma after it. What do you have? The min bayaniya first and the ma after it. For example, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is speaking about Qarun. Allah says, وَآتَيْنَاهُ مِنَ الْكُنُوزِ مَا إِنَّ مَفَاتِحَهُ لَتَنُوءُ بِالْعُصْبَةِ الْقُوَّةِ. Someone say, ma is not mawsula, ma is nakira mawsufa, etc. I'm not focusing on the Arab at the moment, I'm trying how to translate. So in this scenario, we translate this as what? Such. We translate it as what? Such. That amount. I think such is the best possibility. وَآتَيْنَاهُ, we say here, and we gave him such treasures. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, we gave Qarun such treasures, such a large amount of treasures. Inna mafata, whose keys, not the treasures itself, but the keys to the treasure would burden people to lift up. In those days, the keys that you would have were quite big. So this treasure was so much that the keys to those treasures was hard to lift up. Do you understand? You understand? So the key takeaway so far we have is, ma is vague, ambiguous. So after that we have a min al-bayaniya. And that min clarifies what is meant by the ma. After that we have, we can swap it around. This is less common. This is majority of the time, let's say 90 plus. This is less than 10%. Yes?